Hello, is there sound now? Is there sound now? Is there sound? Hello, is there sound? Right, okay, that sounds like there is. Right, I'm so sorry for all that. Right, okay, I've done that again, haven't I? Right. Also, I had this thing. It said my browser has lost connection to your screen share audio. Oh, I see. Okay, right. So I don't know how much of that you heard. I will say again, there is a problem with Virgin Media Internet in my area, and that's a real pain. And they are supposed to be sorting it out, well, on Friday, but at the moment they don't think there is a problem, but there definitely is. It might be just in my house though, because the kind of TV box that plugs into the fiber connection, that isn't working. It's just getting to the welcome screen and not going beyond there. So there's an engineer coming out on Friday to look at that, and hopefully it'll all get sorted then. Really. Okay, good. Right. So, like who we got here? Oh, it's good. Right. Anyway, very very pleased to see that Math, my friend, and an excellent coder who's helping me out with a lot of stuff over on my channel. He is there. That's brilliant. Lee, no sound. Yeah, thanks for telling me that. That was so you probably got, I don't know, a few minutes of silence, which is rubbish. Gonksy, lovely to see you here, Gonksy. I'd be disappointed if you weren't here. Kaz saying, ooh, sound now. Lee Isherwood, yes. Math can hear me now. Brilliant. Okay. Right. So, did I explain about the Bryan Adams bit? I might not have done. If I didn't, I will now. What shall I do? I'll do it very briefly. Oh, CD Cherry Tree says, got it now. Oh, okay. So, yeah, sound problem. Yeah, I'm sorry, everyone who's just joined. There was some sound problems earlier on. So if you did watch earlier on, then that was a kind of half my fault, half Virgin Media's fault. But yeah, I was going to say about the Bryan Adams thing because it was because of the thumbnail that Issa from Crypto Saving Expert made for the channel, made for this video. And I sent him a picture of me on holiday in Tenerife with me with sunglasses on. I thought he could make a kind of cartoon version of me for the thumbnail. And then he said it's a bit too pixelated, and he can't use it. So I said, just make something up. So use some sort of AI type thing, and it came out looking like Bryan Adams. So that's it. And then I went on to tell you about the fact that I actually met Bryan Adams many, many years ago. Before everything he could do, he did it for you. Way before that. And I met him. He just came into my work one day, and my boss said, "Oh, do you know Bryan?" I said, "No." I said, "Hello, pleased to meet you." And he said, "You must be Saver Crypto." No, he didn't actually, but anyway. So I have met Bryan Adams. Right, Spuds there. Good morning, morning, good morning, good morning, indeed. Right, okay. So let's have a look at Bitcoin. I think we can go over there and have a look at it. Let me just find the tab I just closed. Right, so I'm viewing that. Right, okay, here we go. Right, so Bitcoin, this is what I've been looking at, kind of with a bit of influence from Block Pro as well. Block Pro is an amazing trader who you will find in Crypto Saving Expert. If you want to join that, I can, or if you look in the description of this video, this live stream, you'll see various links, which includes one to Crypto Saving Expert, where you can get 80% off. And that is amazing. That works out like 20 quid a month or something. Super, super cheap. And you get access to Block Pro there. But anyway, he had a similar chart yesterday with something similar to these orange lines that I've drawn. They might not be quite correct, but they are there. I have, in addition, drawn this trend line here. This is on the 50-minute time frame, and I think we've got a touch point there, and I was looking at a touch point there, touch point there, touch point there, touch point there. So I think that is a fairly valid trend line, and we have broken out this morning, which is amazing. In true Bitcoin fashion, I wouldn't be surprised if we do something like go up to this Block Pro line here at 109,560, and then maybe come back and do a retest, maybe even down to that orange line there. and then go back up. I mean, something like that will not surprise me. But overall, I'm pretty bullish, actually, I must say. And I have taken some trades. One is better than the other, and I can show you that in a moment. The important thing is I know that SMFC, I think, is, if he's not here at the moment, he will be along soon. SMFC is, aka Dean, is the guy who's been doing a lot of stuff to do with Stonksy, in particular to do with the bot as well. And he likes to look at things on the 6-minute time frame. And if we put Stonksy on, and let me just, oops, sorry, I always do that. Let's just put that on the normal thingy. Right, it looks a bit of a mess at the moment, but let's not worry too much about that. Right, I'm going to put that on the 6-minute time frame. Okay, and let me just turn a few things off here. In fact, let's go to a different chart where I haven't got those lines. That might make things easier. So this is the, what's that? The OKX chart. Okay, and I'm just going to turn a few things off on Stonksy. I'm just going to turn off the. I'll turn off the. So I'll leave the pane labels on. I just want to turn off the channels. I forgot where they are. Is that here? There you go. Show channel. Okay. Right. I'm just going to turn that off for the moment, just to make things look a bit clearer. Okay, that's better. So here on the 6-minute time frame, you can see here that the background on Stonksy went green at about 11:30 this morning. Okay, which wasn't too long ago, and that was around about the value of 108,800. I did go long at that point. I went long actually on Bybit here. So that's the trade there. So this was an entry with Stonksy. So 108,700 is what I went for. That's a 15x trade, which is currently like $53 in profit. It's not a big position. It's only using $593 of margin. So that's that trade there. I'm doing that on Bybit. There is a link to Bybit down below where you can join up and you get various sign up bonuses as well. And I think you get cheaper fees with that one as well if you use the link if you use the Stonksy link down below. So Bybit's cool. Bybit, you can't really use it in the UK at the moment. I think there is a new EU platform that I've not tried. This is the worldwide one, but I use this with a Palo ID, which you can't actually do anymore, apparently. So if you're outside the UK and the US and a few countries in Europe, you can use Bybit. I like it because I'm actually using Bitcoin as the collateral there. So I'm not starting off with USDT. I'm starting off with Bitcoin and then increasing the amount of Bitcoin, hopefully. And I'm doing the same with Ethereum, which is a trade I went into I think it was about a day ago, and that's a small one as well, just $250 there. I will keep an eye on these, and I will probably be using Stonksy later on to maybe decide when to come out of the trade or maybe when to take a little bit of profit. But that's those two on Bybit. I've also got one on BLOFIN as well. The one on BLOFIN is actually a stupid entry that I did from the other day. I think it was around about here, and I just FOMO'd into a trade, and I'm currently like, well, I'm 1% down, $27 down. This is a bigger position. This is like $2,000 here of margin. So yeah, that is the bigger position. With this one here, I'm open to suggestions, but my gut instinct is if I see this reasonably in profit, I'm just going to close it because my entry was rubbish, and then I will look for a better position with a better entry. I think that's what I'll do, unless we get a massive pump. Anyway, let's just go through a few of the comments, see how we're doing. By the way, can you, because basically I'm filling in for Dave, right? And if I don't do a good job, I'll never get asked back. So it'd be great if I'm seen to be doing like a really good job, and you can really help by, giving the video or the live stream rather a massive, great big fat like. That'd be really, really nice. And I'd really appreciate it. So far, I can see 0 likes. so there's that. Okay, right. Let's have a quick look what we're doing. Who's here? Oh, SMFC's here. Brilliant. Okay, so hang on. Let's have a little rattle through these. So SMFC's there. Stella Jennings. I think that's Jeff, isn't it? I think he's here. Good morning. Good morning. It's probably sillily morning for you. It's probably like 1 o'clock in the morning. Spud's here. Spud is the main man from Crypto Saving Expert. He's great. He's on the show quite a lot. He was doing a live stream this morning on cryptosavingexpert.com. If you didn't see that, you can always watch the replay. That was pretty cool. I was there. I was lurking in the background, not being too involved, I must admit. SMFC is lurking himself. There you go. That's the word. Inputs. Okay, that's where I remove the channels. That's right. Okay. Mr. Delta, David, Save, what's occurring in the interweb? Right, David's not here. It's me, Save, what's occurring in the interweb? In the interweb, as in the internet is the vehicle for all the internet magical money, and that's what we're looking at today, is magical money. Okay. Math, are you on a different tab? I'm just showing the trading view chart at the moment, so I'm just going through the comments really. Okay. Desperados. I don't know that. Hi, Dave. I'm not Dave, by the way. My name is Save. It rhymes. Question: where shall I put my stop loss at ETH? 2,700, 2,800. Right. Let me just write that down, and I'll come back to that in a moment. I'm not actually going to tell you where to put your stop loss, though, because I don't know anything about your trade. I don't know, like, how much of your account you're using or anything like that. I don't know what leverage you're using. I don't know what your risk appetite is like. I don't know if you've just gambled your mortgage payment for the month on it. That would be financial advice, which I'm not going to give you, but I will have a look at that in a moment. I just want to rattle through these thingies. Spud says 7 likes. Actually, Spud, can you do us a favor? If you haven't already, because you've got access to the X account, I think, for this, if you could tweet it as well, that'd be really good, or maybe retweet the one that I did. That'd be great. Because there's a few things about me doing this show is I haven't got access to the actual YouTube channel, so I won't be able to do a poll for the New York Open, but we can kind of do it with the chat, like we can say like up or down or whatever, and then we can get an idea of what we're doing. Okay. So that's good. Look at this. Right. Spud saying live with Block Pro tomorrow at 11 a.m. I tell you what, if there's one thing you need to watch on YouTube or on anything this week, watch that tomorrow, because that will be well worth it. He's a very intuitive man. He's got a bit of a dry sense of humor, and he kind of. I can't even work out if he likes crypto or not. I don't think he does. I think he just likes money and he likes trading. But he's quite interesting to listen to, and he's got some great ideas, and he's normally like so on it. He's amazing. But do watch that. Okay, what else? Jeff saying, how 0 likes? I've smashed it. It's probably because I haven't refreshed the page that I'm just looking at on my other computer. Right, Web3 on CSE. Yeah, so that's not on this channel tomorrow. It will be on the Crypto Saving Expert channel. So do go over to that and subscribe to that channel if you can. Okay. Oh, this is good. We got Razvan Alexandru Rakasanu saying hello from Romania. Dracula said salute you. Okay, so Dracula is what's the name of the forest where it's Transylvania, isn't it? Which I believe is where Sibiu is. Is it Sibiu where I think Multiverse X are based? That explains a lot. Anyway, right, what we got? Excuse, Dave is on holiday, right? Yeah, Dave is on holiday until the 22nd, I believe. Don't know where he's gone, but I can guarantee he's not gone anywhere by aeroplane. So, because he doesn't like flying. Well, I don't know if he doesn't like flying. He doesn't like the idea of crashing, So that's well, nobody does, do they? 14 likes now. Ah, we're growing. I'll tell you what. If I can do a stream while Dave's away and I get 100 likes, I'll put the camera on. I'm not sure what will be on camera, but I'll put the camera on. Math saying Block Pro. I'll be tuning in for that. Yeah, definitely worth doing. Yeah, he's very good. Very well said. Not sure what I said, but there you go. Brasov. Oh, Brasov is that near Sibiu? Or is that where Dracula's from? But anyway, I haven't been to Romania. I was invited there, but I'm not sure the people who invited me like me anymore. So I'm not sure if I'll be going there. Actually, that was to do with Zoid Pay, but yeah, the less said about that, the better for the moment. Okay, brilliant. That's the comments gone through anyway. So let's just pop back to Bitcoin for a moment. So what we've got here, right, on Stonksy. Let me just get rid of that. What we got here on the 6 minute, right? The background's gone green. That went green where I went long on Bybit, and now we're up nicely. Okay. Now we did also get this green triangle here. Okay. Now that is the kind of double confirmation that me and Dave have been talking about for the last month or so, because we just noticed that when you get the green background and the little green triangle, then it's normally a very, very, positive sign that the price is going to go up. So I think we're going to go up for a little while, and I'm pleased about that. There is also this oscillator we can look at down here. Now, I must admit, I've not got completely to grips with this, and I'm glad that SMFC is here in case I need to, ask any questions about it. Because the kind of thing I've been looking at is I've been looking at this on the 1 hour time frame, right? And by the way, on the 1 hour time frame, Stonksy is brilliant, and really, you should have gone long at 6 o'clock yesterday morning at around 108,229, and we would be up now like $1,200. Which is great, isn't it? So that would have been brilliant. And there's also a thing that I talked about in one of my earlier Stonksy videos back in September, October last year, and I was saying that if you actually look at the price when Stonksy entered into that green background on the 1 hour time frame, if you look at it and you've missed it, so for example, the price where it crossed over into that candle there was about 108,200, right? I've generally said that if you miss an entry on the 1 hour, it's worth setting an order for that price anyway, because this is what tends to happen: as the price goes up, right? Goes up, comes back down, and look at that wicked down to 108, 110. So if you'd ever had an order set at 108, 200, what a beautiful fill you would have got then. Okay. I didn't get a fill like that because I've been away at the weekend, and I was in the middle of nowhere in kind of Exmoor, I think it was, and I had no internet connection, and I didn't think that was going to be a problem, so I thought, I've got my phone, I've got a phone connection. There was no mobile signal either, so I was cut off from trading for like nearly 24 hours. Amazing it was. Anyway, I wouldn't recommend that. Cool. Anyway, let's just have a quick look at the comments again. So I'm babbling a little bit because I'm a little bit nervous, like I said. Okay. Oh, Razvan is saying Castelbran. Castelbran. That's where Dracula's from. Oh, Bran as in all Bran. Yeah. Discipline and focus. Hello everyone. Right, everyone who's here, just please make sure you have smashed that like, because it's really important. And if you don't smash it, then I won't get invited back. So please do so. Right. Anyway, let's go back to Bitcoin for a moment. So yeah, looking at this oscillator here now, it does seem like it's getting a bit high up here. Now, if we look in the past when this has happened, I think this is going to be okay actually, because you see you see, like here, when the price was generally going up, that was going from the sort of pink into the dark green sort of thing. And it was only like here when it started to come down, when it started to turn into the lighter green, actually. So at the moment, I would say that we're not up into that territory yet. We're still sort of meandering around the middle. So at the moment, I would say that the momentum is fairly average. It's not getting overcooked for the moment. It's not undercooked, so we're still rising, but it's not, it's not going crazy just yet. When this starts going up here, being all dark green, and there's a chance of it turning light green like that, that's when I will think that it's probably time to take a bit of profit or close a trade, or in the case of this rubbish one I've got here, which one was it now? Oh, I did forget to show you that. No, I didn't show you the, okay. This is the BLOFIN one, okay. This is the BLOFIN one that is not the best trade in the world. This one was underwater a little while ago, and it's only just at break even now. So I'm only like $15 in profit. So, so this one here is the one I'm a bit concerned with. The Bybit one. Sorry, I probably didn't show these tabs, did I? The Bybit one here is the one that I'm more happy with. And in fact, with this one, I think I should probably be putting a stop loss in very, very soon. In fact, I might do it now, actually. And you can do that on Bybit just by sort of pulling that down a little bit, and then you can go confirm. That puts the stop loss there. And if you want to move it to profit, you can just do that sort of thing there. Okay. Right, I'm going to answer that question about the Ethereum. So let's go back to the chart, share that tab. Oh, I haven't got any music, actually. Do we need music? Do we need that thing that Dave always has? I'm not a fan myself, but if anyone thinks it should be there, then let me know and I can put it on. Otherwise, I'll just talk with no background. Oh, SMFC saying, you've unnormalized it. Right, he's talking about the oscillator. Yes, I have unnormalized it. Is that a good thing to do? What he's talking about is in the settings, if I normalize the oscillating line, right, okay. So that means, right, okay. This actually might be more useful because now I can see when it's getting to 100% and when it's getting down to zero, well, towards 0%. Okay, so right, at the moment we are actually heading up with that kind of strong green thing like that. Okay, so what's let me just have a look what SMFC is saying about it. Okay, right, so he's saying I think it's useful for context. Okay, so the dark green light green transition is easier to view when it's unnormalized. Okay, brilliant. Right. Okay. Yeah. So looking back here, look when it's dark green there, then it goes to light green. We sort of chugged on up and down a little bit and then came down as it started to curl down. Okay. So, right, I'm not going to worry about closing any trades just yet until we kind of hit the top and maybe it turns light green. So at that point, I'll probably pay more attention to it. Okay. Let's have a look. That's great. I've got loads of comments. Right. I associate the music with Dave. Well, I tell you what, maybe I should make some of my own music. Actually, I was thinking of actually just getting my guitar and sort of recording a bit, sort of, like a couple of nice chords, like, sort of something like that, and then occasionally going to and just loop in that. I was thinking like doing something like that. So maybe I'll do that in the future. Okay. Right. You see the pics much clearer. Yeah, I'll agree with that. I must admit, yeah, since I've done that, it's making a lot more sense, actually. Dong Shlung, good morning, David. Hope you're doing well today. I'm not David. David's on holiday, so he's going to be back on the 22nd. So I'm afraid you're stuck with me, Saver Crypto, for the time being. And yeah, and where's David? He's on holiday. I doubt that he's in Magaluf. He's probably more likely to be in North Wales or somewhere, maybe. I don't know. Chill vibes and that. Okay, right. What do you mean that guitar was? Or anyway, whatever. Right, I shall try and stop getting distracted, and I'll go back to the chart. Right. Right. Is that right? Yeah. There you go. Right, so let's have a look at Ethereum. So Ethereum USD, Coinbase chart will do. Okay, so you're oh, so you were saying, who was it who was saying that? Hang on a sec, let me have a look. So somebody was talking about setting a stop loss for Ethereum at 2,700 or 2,800. So you, who was that? BPN Mega say my music. Yeah, no, I will do that. I need to get a battery for that guitar. It's like an acoustic guitar, but it's got a pickup on it. So I need to get a battery for it so I can record that into the computer, then loop it. So who was it who said that about? Can you just remind me who it was? Oh yeah, Desperados. So you were saying, hi Dave, question, where shall I put my stop loss at ETH, 2,700 or 2,800? Do you mean stop loss, or do you mean take profit? Because that's not totally making sense at the moment, is it? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where your entry is. I don't even know if you're short or long. If you're short, no, you can't be short, can you? Because it's not been that. Well, unless you're short from like ages ago, or maybe you're short from. I don't understand where you are in that trade. Actually, if you can tell me like what your entry is and that sort of thing, we can have a better look. But I would say that Ethereum's doing great. Ethereum's been doing really well. And yet again, I bet if we look at that on the 6 minute, yeah, you can see that that's been green on Stonksy since 7:42 this morning. So for anyone who was awake that time of the morning with Stonksy, I think you should all be doing quite well by now. I have indeed got a trade there for anyone who missed it. I've got a trade on Ethereum here, and that is my entry was 25.80. So I guess Desperado, you are talking about a take profit rather than a stop loss, aren't you? I mean, I've got my stop loss. No, I haven't. I haven't got a stop loss. Let's do that. So I click that. Yeah, I'm afraid I've been very naughty and I've been trading without a stop loss with this Ethereum trade, and I am going to put it up. Excuse me, snuffling. I'm going to put it about there for the time being and hope for the best. But they're looking all right because the Ethereum trade is 30% in profit and the Bitcoin trade is 10% in profit. So they're both doing pretty well. Cool. Excellent. What else have we got question-wise? So, yeah, I need to know about Desperado's entry, 7 likes, blah, blah, blah. Let's have a little zoom down to the bottom. Oh, I meant TP. Right, okay. Take profit for Ethereum. I'll tell you what I can do. I don't know if I should do this, but I might just. I'm just going to have a little sneaky look myself, and then I'll decide whether I'm going to show you guys or not. But I will. I'll decide if to. No, I won't actually show you. I'll tell you. Let me just write down a few figures. Right. So I'm looking at a Block Pro chart, right? And you can't see it, but he has got a figure marked down as a point of interest at 26.54. 26.54, and then beyond that, he's got not a lot, to be honest, but it's kind of it's a lot higher, like 28.80, I think it is. I can't quite see the edge of the picture, but I think it's up at 28.80. So going back to the chart, let me just try and work out why he came up with that level. I'm going to go right out to the daily. Yeah, I actually think he's probably talking about this kind of level up here. And this, you can see this dotted red line here. This has been drawn in by Stonksy. Stonksy does plot auto levels for you of support and resistance. And this is pretty similar to the one that Block Pro is pointing out. So something like 2,800 is probably worth taking some profit at. And then beyond that, 28.77. Yeah. And what are we at now? Let me just have a look. We're now at, so I've got too many tabs open. Let me just get rid of Brian Adams and Wikipedia. go back to Ethereum. Right. Okay. Yeah, so at 26.61. So yeah, that could be very nice, couldn't it? So if we go from here up to there, that would be a 8% increase. I'm trading that on. I'm actually trading it on 10x leverage actually, so that would be an 80% increase for me. Very nice. Okay, right, let's go have a slurp of tea. Maybe I should put a little bit of music on. Actually, let me have a look at what there is music-wise. So we got. I did just have my own tune in there actually, but it was more of a tune that when you go away from the stream, like you go to the toilet or something, you know, I'd put that on. I think I took it off though. No, I didn't actually. Oh, okay. Right, there is a tune of mine I can put. It's like I'll put it on ever so quiet though. Right, very quiet. Probably can't hear it. Anyway. So yeah, Ethereum, that's the kind of level I'll be looking at. So I would be going on the higher side. So you said 2,700 or 2,800. I would be going more for 2,800. But realistically, you know, if Bitcoin decides to go mad, then Ethereum will go mad as well, and you know everything will be good. So you know, be worth hanging on. To be honest, what I tend to do in that situation, I tend to put my stop loss in profit. Say for example, this one I've got here, you know, as it got up there, I'd probably be moving my stop loss up, and then quite often it would close because it would hit the stop loss. But that's probably not the best way. Best way is probably to have a fairly optimistic take profit, or just scale out of it slowly. You know, take 50% of profit, or even just 25%, and just take a little bit off the table, and just scale out of the trade like that. And then that way, if you have a bit of a dip, but it's only a dip and not a full retrace, then you can always you've always got a spare bit of cash. You decide you want to add a little bit back into the trade or something like that. So it's good. What we got here? Can't hear that music at all. Oh, it is there. Let me just have a little listen. Okay. Just have a little listen on my other one. Okay. Yeah, it's there. Okay, that's fine. Right. Let's have a look at the comments again. So I'm still finding my way around StreamYard. I used it. I use it a little bit when I'm with Dave, but all I normally do is I just log in and then, it's to do with like swapping between tabs and stuff like that. I don't do I don't have anything to do with like the background music or anything like that. That's all Dave. And I must say, full admiration for him for, doing it for like whatever he does, 2 hours a day, just every day doing everything. It's like, it's like keeping a load of plates spinning. So yeah, it's good. Anyway, right, you can loop your music and put it on repeat. Okay. BPN Mega. I just started a new short on Magic. Okay, you write that down. I don't know what Magic is. I'm not personally doing much with it with altcoins because I think Bitcoin's just going to lead the way for everything, really. Okay, Razvan wants me to look at near. Okay, I can do that. Near. Space Cat. Hello, Space Cat. Desperados, love that drink. Good. Okay, don't know what they're talking about. The audio is clipping is just on my side. I don't know. Can anyone else hear clipping audio? If it is, it might be just because of my slightly iffy internet connection at the moment, but hopefully it will get sorted on Friday. Crypto Bro, yo, let's go indeed. Crypto Bro, be rallying on BTC to my short at 110. Yeah, a lot of people are talking about this 110 level, so yeah, that's quite feasible. That we go there and then bounce back. Wizard of Vault, good morning indeed yourself. In fact, it's afternoon now, isn't it? So there you go. I think you are in my time zone. Right, let's have a look at some of these things then. So look at Magic first of all. I have no idea what Magic is. So let's share that tab and look at Magic. Magic, yes, okay. Let's look at Binance chart. Let's zoom out a lot. Let me just turn Stonksy off for a moment because I've got those like labels telling me when the 1 hour goes, when the 1 hour changes. Okay. Doesn't look that magic. It looks like a lot of altcoins. Is there anything good about this? I suppose. I don't know what kind of time scale you're looking at it on. But I suppose there might be some sort of, I don't know, might be some sort of trend like, I suppose. You could say there was some sort of trend line like that. I don't entirely always believe in trend lines because they don't always do what I want them to, and sometimes I always think you can draw them in after the event and then make out that anything happens. But it looks like it could possibly have bounced a little bit there, in which case it could do that. And then it might do the classic come back for a retrace and then off it goes, really. That's on the weekly time frame. You're probably looking a lot more focused. Let's go for the 12-minute time frame, which is a strange time frame that I seem to look at quite a lot these days. It looks like it is having a little bit of a bounce, doesn't it? Okay, well let's put it on the 1 hour and then put Stonksy on. Stonksy likes it. Stonksy's been long on it on the 1 hour since yesterday afternoon. So for about the last 24 hours. And that is going, is that going up? Yeah, it is, isn't it? I don't know enough about this to really to know what it's going to do, but I would be wary of that kind of retest. I was talking of that trend line. I would obviously be using. I don't know if you're doing it on a leverage trade or if you're just holding it spot, but I mean that has gone up like 76% in the last 24 hours, which is quite amazing. So yeah, just be super careful with it and watch out for that retrace. I will say though that when I was looking at it there on the daily time frame or the weekly or whatever, the good thing here is you have got a higher high there. So when it came down there, that's technically a higher low. So you got a low, a higher low. So the trend now is feasibly upwards. So that's looking good. Just look at the 1 hour. The 1 hour, as I say, is on green. If you've got Stonksy, look out for this green line here starting to curl down, because that might be a sign that you're going to come back and do that retest. But if you do that, you take your profit, and then when it comes back down, just do it all over again. That might be quite a reasonable thing to trade. I know nothing about it, but yeah, good luck with that. Let's have a look at NEAR. NEAR again is one of these things that I've been aware of for years, and I've never really ever touched it. Let's just turn Stonksy off for the moment. Let's just look at it on the weekly just to get an idea of what it's all about. I suspect it's the same as most altcoins. Yeah, pretty much, isn't it? Okay, so again, you're looking here. Looking back here to October 23. There was a low there, and then now we got possibly got a lower low. Sorry, I keep saying it wrong, don't it? It's possibly got a higher low. So that could be something. The worst may be over. I actually feel, I don't know how everyone else feels, but I kind of feel like we might be coming out of some sort of, long, dark depression for altcoins. And, we might be seeing some nice upside soon. And then that would fit the narrative as we've seen, like Ethereum do pretty well over the last 24 hours or so. So there you go, really. Okay, let's have a look at the comments again. Thank you very much, by the way, for everyone dropping the comments and stuff. It gives me something to talk about, and just give me a topic. I will look at some other things in a moment, but Space Cat is saying Bitcoin is the only magic internet money. Yeah, I think there's a lot of stuff like that. BPN Mega, I'm short for a scalp up 80% so far. Congratulations. Short. I forgot what he was talking about. Smash the likes, absolutely. If you could, that would be amazing. Wiz, Cow showing some strength. Cow is always showing some strength. We'll have a look at that in any second there. I've never actually played with Cow. That sounds weird. I've never actually traded Cow. I don't think. I might have done. I might have bought and sold a little bit, but I've never traded it like derivatives or anything like that. But trading altcoins to me with leverage is always a bit of a scary thing to do, because I just don't know what they're going to do. I tried to trade DOT, years ago, and I thought, DOT moves fairly slow, and then it just halved in value one day, and I was in a long, and that was the end of that. It just completely liquidated my position, so it put me off for quite a while actually. Wisdom Vault saying bought some CoreWeave options before close, so waiting to cash in the pump. Brilliant. I've really got to get into understanding what options are all about and puts and all that stuff. I'm really hoping that maybe you could talk about that on stream one day, Wiz. That'd be really nice. Actually, if you want to come along with me while I'm filling in for Dave and talk about that sort of thing, that might be quite a nice thing to do as well. If you're up for it, if you are, let me know. Drop me a message or whatever, and we can do that. Okay, so Razvan is saying thanks. Okay, that was about Neil, wasn't it? So yeah. To be honest, I'd just keep an eye on Ethereum and let's just hope that Ethereum does what we want it to do, and then it should drag all the alts up with it, I would hope. Okay. Space Cat, what's he saying? Okay, just for curiosity, can you look at ETH BTC? It looks like ETH is outperforming BTC in the last 3 months, which is interesting. Okay, yes, I can do that. So let's go to here. Oh. Right. So ETH BTC. Getting a little bit worried because this laptop I've got here is getting a bit warm actually. So I'm hoping it's not going to do anything weird during the stream. Actually, just give me a second. Let me just close down a few things. I'm going to close down Discord, Telegram, WhatsApp. I don't need that. Right. Okay. Let's just close down a few things just to make things a bit less busy. Okay. Ethereum BTC. Okay. So this is on the. Let's have a look at on the 1 hour. Now, and quite often you see us use like Stonksy on the USD pairs and stuff, but there's no reason why Stonksy can't work on other pairs, like Bitcoin pairs, or like an altcoin versus its Bitcoin or whatever. So Ethereum Bitcoin is perfectly okay to look at. Yeah, this is interesting. Okay, so let's pop Stonksy on. This is on the 1 hour time frame. Okay, so here you don't quite see so many green and red backgrounds as you do on the USDT pair or USD pair. What we can see, however, is the fact that we are banging up against the top end of the oscillator here. So this could be starting to top out a little bit, which could mean that Bitcoin is about to have a bit of a pump, and that would then sort of like possibly overtake Ethereum. But I would agree, yeah, since whenever that was Monday the 23rd of June, Ethereum has pretty much been outperforming Bitcoin fairly consistently. So what would you read into that? I've never actually traded Ethereum Bitcoin as a pair. I believe you can do it on certain exchanges, like I think you can do it on Binance, and I think you can do it on what's it called? Not FTX. What's the one? What's the one where you can do all like traditional stuff as well? But anyway, there's somewhere else where you can trade that, like do like a leverage trade with like Ethereum BTC. I wouldn't personally do that. I also wouldn't at the moment. I wouldn't decide to swap all my BTC into ETH or something like that. I would I would trade them separately myself. Anyway, not financial advice, of course, but yeah, Ethereum is indeed outperforming Bitcoin, and it has been doing for about 2 weeks. So that is a good sign. That's a good sign. How does that look if we zoom out a lot? So say we go to the daily time frame. This is where Stonks is interesting, you see. Because look, actually, let me just, can I get rid of that? It's a bit better, isn't it? So look, Stonks has been red on the daily, on the daily time frame since August last year. It's been completely red, right, all the way, and only now has it just gone. Literally on July the 3rd, like 6 days ago, has it gone green. That is a very good sign. I do honestly think the market is about to get pretty exciting, I think. Yeah. Cool. Let me just see what my phone was pinging. Oh, that's nothing to do with crypto, so I'll ignore that. Okay, brilliant. Lots of random things from X. Okay, right, nothing exciting there. Brilliant. Okay, so yeah, Ethereum. Ethereum, I think, is looking good, isn't it? So for whoever it was who was deciding to take profit at 2,700, that's definitely too early. I would say look out for more like 2,800. But once again, it depends where your entry is. Okay, great. Right. Oh, Prime XBT. Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. Yeah, thanks, Math. That's the exchange where you can trade ETH BTC with leverage. I wouldn't do that personally. I'd be too scared to do that. I like to keep any leverage trades as simple as possible. You know, just Bitcoin, Ethereum, maybe. That's about it. Yeah. Okay. So look at the comments. Right. Wiz is mentioning a few things soon, and you mentioned cow as well. I'm just gonna write them down on my bit of paper. And cow. Okay. Let's have a look at those, shall we? So soon. I don't know where Wiz gets these things from. It's like, but oh bloody hell. Okay. Let's look at that on like I don't know, 1 hour. Oh, that's a crazy one. Is that the one you're talking about, Wiz? Suni. Oh, that's Son. No, that's not it. SOUN. Soon. Soon you. Oh, maybe it is. Soon. Is that the one? Yeah. I don't know. Let's have a look. Let's have a quick cow first of all. Right, cow USDT on Binance. I must admit, Wiz has been talking about cow for months now, and you know, at first, you know, I thought, yeah, he's obviously mad, and then, you know, you saw it go from, you know, April this year up to May, so like literally like a few weeks, you know, it went up, you know, a ridiculous amount, like 150, 160%. Amazing, you know. It's just been going up and down like a mad thing, really. I'm too scared to trade that. However, if you want to, and you're using Stonksy, what should you be doing? Maybe looking on the 6 minute, maybe, or not. Yeah. Let's make that a bit bigger. So that does seem to have been behaving pretty good on the 6 minute. So here, for example, that to there is like a nice big pump, isn't it? And this might be a good example of, like, you know, something that went into the green 6 minute background at about 0.321, and now it's actually at 0.3198, so down a little bit. So, you know, if you did want to take a little bit of a punt on cow and you were going to go long right now, might not be too bad an entry. You know, not financial advice, but these green backgrounds do tend to play out pretty well on the 6 minute. Yeah, so they don't all, though. I mean, this one here obviously didn't do much, but you know, you wouldn't have lost any money. You'd have, you know, got out at break even. And oddly enough, if you'd have like just ignored it a little bit when it went to red, which you might have done because you'd seen the price going up, if you'd have hung on to it, then you'd have gone right up to here, which obviously would have made like a nice chunk of money. So that's pretty cool. Quick slurp of tea. Let me know what you are drinking, by the way. Oh God, it's orange juice, is it? No, is it? Let me get these. Let me get these. Let me get these things on the screen. Okay, Nick wants me to look at Suey. I can do that. Steve, yeah, Dave said you have a big bell in the mail ordered, but said you're going to moo in the meantime. Oh, I see. Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't know what my brief was. I suppose I should do something, shouldn't I? Well, I'll tell you what. It's only 25 minutes from New York Open, so I can't do a poll because I haven't got access to the YouTube thing. But if you want to just put in the comments like up or down, depending on what you think it's going to do, I think what we'll do, right? We'll do like say up if you think that the price by 3 o'clock, so like 30 minutes after the open. So after the first 30 minutes, if you think the price will be more by 3 o'clock, well, that's 2 p.m. UTC, but 3 p.m. UK, if you think by 3 p.m. UK, the price is going to be more than it was at 2:30, then say up. And then if you think it's going to be less, say down. I personally think it's going to be up. I think whatever happens in the first half hour, I think I'm going to say up. Yeah, so there you go. Okay. But yeah, a big bell. I haven't got a bell. I was hoping Dave would lend me his, but obviously he hasn't. Space Cat. This could mean altcoins are very close to wake up, if not already. Thank you, Save. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a massive altcoin fan really. My biggest holdings are CRO, which I must admit did have a beautiful pump yesterday. I might put that on my list to look at actually. CRO is the native token of crypto.com, and I think yesterday it got mentioned in the Real Truth Social thing has been one of the things to be included in some sort of ETF for altcoins. And the actual allocation to CRO was actually greater than XRP, which I was quite pleased about. So that's cool. I've also got a load of Borg because I like Swiss Borg, and that enabled me to get one of their original like premium tiers, the Genesis thing. So I got a load of Borg. What else have I got? I've got a load of Zoid Pay, but I'm not going to talk about that because it's worth almost nothing. I've got a load of XTP actually. I've got news about that as well, but I reckon any XTP holders will probably know about that already. And that's about it really. I can't think of anything else I've got a lot of. There is something, I just can't think of it at the moment, but anyway, it will come to me. We're saying orange juice has had a melting face week. Yeah, a lot of people talk about orange juice, and I don't know. Just seems like a thing that I just can't get into. I don't know why, but anyway, pure juice. Math, ETH was being seen as the catalyst for the alt season for sure. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Which is funny because, like, you know, a lot of alt people sort of have been saying Ethereum's dead for ages, and like now it's livened up a little bit. They're going, oh no, that means there's an alt season. So yeah, totally agree, Math. Yeah, I agree too. Was Devolt not crypto? Well, orange juice. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I've noticed as well that you're kind of doing a lot more TradFi as well these days, and I think you're doing very well. And yeah, Soundhound AI. That sounds fun. I'll tell you what, these things that Wiz is mentioning here, they are worth making a note of, you know, because he's I don't know where he gets his alpha from, but he comes up with some really sound sound calls actually for stuff that's going to do really well. So yeah, SoundHound AI. We'll have a look at that at the moment as a stock. You've got a crypto filter tab on. Oh, sorry. When I was looking for sound. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, okay. All right. I'll have a look at that at the moment. Brilliant. Got you. Down. I'm not a bear, I swear. Okay. All right. So we've got me saying up and BPN saying down. That's it so far. Math, play some guitar chords for the US Open. Yeah, I can do that. Nick saying up. Okay, I agree with Nick. Space Cat, do we will get the bell thing when the market opens too? No, I'm going to play something on my guitar. I think I'll do something. Stonksy indicator. Oh, it's me, isn't it? I was thinking that was Dave. Of course, it's me, isn't it? BPN Mega. Everyone wants all-time highs, so many think this. Why I have to look for more shorts? Well, yeah. I mean, the thing is, if it's going to go up, like way up, then it's going to come down at some point, because nothing goes up in a straight line. So you can definitely make money shorting, even when the price is going up, when you get those pullbacks. And you might do very well because it might be quite violent. But generally, I'm a bit with the kind of, trend is your friend until it ends and then it isn't. Is that it? Is that the rhyme? Most alts are garbage, to be honest. I have a problem with ones that, people say, oh, I've got such and such, and it's going to be the future, and it's something like even big ones like Cardano. I can't even imagine people using like Ethereum or Bitcoin on a daily basis as like sort of currency, let alone something like Cardano or like Sui or something like that. I know things like Sol gets used. That got used a lot with the meme stuff, because it was easy to use with like a Phantom wallet or Jupiter Dex or whatever, and it was just like it was the currency of that kind of thing. And I think that's why Sol did very well last year. So there's that. Ethereum, generally I avoid using it because I know even though the transaction fees are a lot less than they used to be, it's still pretty high, to be honest. So generally, yeah, I don't know. And then you get things like, I don't know, like what do people have? What's that one that Reggie Man had? Was it OP, Optimum, or whatever it was? I just don't have a clue what those things do, and I never have any need to like want to have it other than speculation. And generally, those sort of things, the most I will ever do is trade them with leverage with a USDT pair, so you don't actually have to own the things, So I think while the situation is like that and people are just making money out of the volatility, I can't see, I don't know, I can't see the use in a lot of altcoins. Look, I'm going to open the window a little bit. If you can hear like traffic noise and stuff, just let me know if it gets on your nerves. And I don't live in a busy place, but it's like the odd car going past, so it will just literally be like a car every minute or two. Yeah, it's just to quote Dave, I'm sweating. It's boiling here. But anyway, so where are we now? Where's the vault? Yeah, if you just said all alts are garbage, and then you've said like you might have to change your name, yeah, because like otherwise you're like Wizard of Garbage, which is not so good, is it really? Maybe you ought to just be Wiz. Yeah, just Wiz. That's what I always call you. Right, 99% of them. Yeah, okay. Space Cat. Desperado's a beat with a flavor of tequila. To be honest, pretty good. A beat. Okay, that's actually a rude word in French. Oh, a beer. Oh, okay, right. A beer with a flavour of oh yeah, Desperados. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Space Cat is up. Okay, so generally, I would say that we're looking at up. Okay, all-time high talk is only because of the weak dollar. We're still far off for euro and GBP. Yeah, that's true actually. Because I'll show you. Actually, let's go back to my chart. Oh, we're on my chart. Let's just have a quick look at this soon thing. So let's put it on all. See what Wiz was talking about. Soon. Soundhound AI, NASDAQ. Okay, brilliant. Okay. This that's looking nice. Now I have got here, I've got extended trading hours put on. I'm going to change that to regular trading hours. I'm just going to do that because my friend Mr. Doubter asked me this morning what this pre was all about, and I believe that is the price on markets that aren't the New York session markets. So that kind of gives you an idea of what price it's trading at the moment, which sort of gives you an idea of which way it might go at open, but we'll find out in 15 minutes time. So Soundhound AI. Okay. So, okay. Oh, bloody hell. Yeah. Okay. So I'm just going to turn Stonksy off for a moment so I can see what's going on. Right. So I assume this is one of those things that Wiz has probably been long from down here or something. I don't know. That's incredible. Do you know, I had no idea that, traditional stocks did this kind of thing. I mean, it's obviously not your average stock because it's sort of something to do with AI maybe. But, for things to pump like 364%, in the space of like 90 days, I just had no idea that anything in the, traditional stocks kind of did that sort of thing. So that's pretty amazing, really. Yeah, so I don't know what I could do with that. It's too late to. Is it too late to get some? Wiz, what would you say? I think it is probably. Or are you expecting it to go back to its all-time high? I mean, if it did, what would that be? It's got to be a doubling in price, isn't it? Not quite. So what? Are you thinking it could go up there or something, Wiz? Is that what you're thinking? 82%? That'd be lovely, wouldn't it? Okay. Right. So what else we got? BBAI and Iron. Yeah, I know you were talking about those two, and BBAI is obviously an AI thing, and Iron isn't that that's one of your energy ones, isn't it? And I know you even did a video on your channel about that kind of thing, didn't you, Wiz? That was you mentioned that, and I don't think I actually bought any. I think I bought some for a little while, hung on to it for about a week, made a little bit, and then I sold it. I have a real problem holding on to stocks, especially ones that I buy and then they go down. Because usually when they go back into profit, I kind of, wait for them to have a little bit of profit and then I sell them and then move on to something else. So yeah, yeah. So we're just saying I'm selling, so probably yeah. So it's a little bit too late. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, Wiz, if you want to come on the show while Dave's away, then just let me know because I'd love to have a chat with you about various things and see what it's all about. Because yeah, the Wizard of Alt is now the Wizard of everything, to be honest, actually. So right, it's going to look at Sui. Can't remember who asked about it, but let's have a look. I suspect Sui's probably got a similar chart to everything else. Okay. Let's look at the 1 hour. That, in a way, looks a bit like Bitcoin did yesterday, doesn't it? When it sort of didn't know what it was going to do. Well, not that we know now, but I think for those who like trend lines, you could probably, again, you could probably see something like a valid trend line like that, maybe something like that. In which case, we've actually broken out, come back, retested, and it might just go up from there, actually. And also, we got the higher low, so that's good. Yeah, that looks promising. Let's look at it on 5 minute with Stonksy. Stonksy with the 5 minute has got a green background, which it's had since 6 o'clock this morning, and we've got the confirmation triangle there as well. Yeah, I would say that's going to go up now. I think that was probably quite a good call by Stonksy. By the way, if you want to get Stonksy, I can't remember what special offers there are at the moment. But I think there's a code in the description. Let me have a look. Actually, I can't quite see it at the moment. But I think there's a code in the description to get something off that. Let me just have a look. So I'm just pulling up a little text thing. Yeah, if you use the code BOT20, BOT20, you can get 20% off your first month with the monthly. And I also believe if you want to do the annual one, if you use the code, which is actually one of my old codes, SWC10, you get 10% off the annual fee for Stonksy as well. So that's worth doing as well. But yeah, if you want to get Stonksy. And you can see that, from what we looked at today, there are some really good opportunities you could have taken, especially, the Bitcoin on the 1 hour, that would have been great yesterday. And on the 6 minute this morning, that would have been amazing as well. So yeah, that's definitely worth doing. So do take advantage of that. Right. So we're getting there, aren't we? It's like 14:21. So we've got 9 minutes to New York Open. And I think generally, looking at the comments, I think we're looking up. We're saying, we'll find some time, drop you a note. That'd be great, mate. That'd be really good. I am actually planning on doing, I might do Saturday and Sunday, but I'm going to do like shorter ones, like maybe an hour, if you fancy something like that as well, if that works with you. Trying to find new things to buy. Okay. Well, let me know. Don't know Wiz was a YouTuber already subbed. Okay. Yeah. I last time I looked, he'd only done like a few videos. He just started. But yeah, definitely, it's going to be a great upcoming thing. Bot20. Bot20 is indeed the code. Let me just check that. Actually, I can put these. Yeah. So if I get that, I pop that into the comment now. Did that work? Okay. So yeah, 20% off your first month of Stonksy with code BOT20. And then I think this one works. 10% off the annual, and the code for that is SWC10. I think. I'm pretty sure that still works. I know it did. I mean, I've actually had that code for quite a while, and I think there's only been about 3 or 4 people actually signed up through my link using that code. So, but I think it still works. Also, it's worth bearing in mind if you do want to join Crypto Saving Expert, which is when you get access to thingy. I forgot his name. Block Pro. If you want to get access to all that, you can get this 80% off as well. So that means it works out about £20 a month. So that's like super cheap, and that's not just the first month. That's like forever, I think. So pretty sure it is anyway. So those links will save you lots and lots of money. Right, Space Cat's saying, I don't know why my name is Space Cat. It looks more like a toast. It does look like a toast. It looks nothing like a cat, actually. It looks like toast, or it looks like some sort of like a weird loaf of bread, or a what they called, like a muffin cake, something like that. Cool. Right. So let's get my chart ready anyway. Let me just have a look at my trades first of all. So my BLOFIN trade is now actually in profit. Actually, I think with this, what I'm going to do is what am I going to do? You see, this was never a good entry. That's the thing. So I might just set a take profit at something like 109. Yeah, 109. Look, what I'm going to do, I'm going to close a bit at 109,770. I'm going to close about, I don't know, about a third of it. And then if we get some sort of, violent reaction at open, and maybe the price comes down here, then I can, I'll have a little bit of cash to do something else with, whatever I choose to do with it. What I really want to see is if that's oversold at the moment, but I don't think it is. So I still think the price will go up, but we'll see. Okay, so that's that trade there. I mean, it's only actually it's $60 in profit, isn't it? So my problem with this is like I entered it a bit foolishly. I entered it with like $2,000 of margin on 20x, which is a bit high. So yeah, maybe I'll just maybe I'll push that up a little bit more. That would be up to 110. We are beyond the 109. Well, you probably heard that motorbike. We are beyond 109,100, which was a level that I wanted to get through. So that is probably good, actually. Right, I'm going to keep an eye on this one because there's obviously quite a bit of money at stake there. I'm just having a look at the Bybit ones. These are looking okay. These are looking okay. I think the Ethereum one, I'm going to push that stop loss up a little bit more. And the Bitcoin one, I think I can probably push the stop loss up to there. I mean, my thinking is, if it comes back down to that low there, that's all right. But if it goes beyond that, the chances are it's probably going to come down a bit more, isn't it? But yeah, they're not enormous trades, as you can see. Okay. I think what I might do, particularly with the BLOFIN one, is I might, try and use this and show this account every day whilst I'm filling in for Dave, and see if I can grow this into a larger amount. And what I might do is if I do something to the trade, then I might just say so maybe in the Discord maybe, and tell you what I'm doing. And I suppose if you want to follow along, you can. I wouldn't suggest it though, because I'm not a brilliant trader, but I just do what Stonksy tells me mainly. But should be okay. Should be able to make some money. So there is that as well. Right, I'm rambling now. So let's get onto the chart and put this onto. I'm going to look at Bitcoin USD on the Bybit chart. And you can see here that Stonksy has been green for a long time. Let me just check this indicator here is normalized. Let's unnormalize it. I know. Which one was best? SMFC? I can't remember. Was it? I think it was. Let me just have a whiz back in the comments. I can't remember which one it was now. Tell you what, I'll just set the defaults. Reset settings. Okay, so that's obviously what it was. All right. Right, so the fact is when this oscillator here on the 1 hour isn't at the top yet, so we're still going up. And, you know, while it's like that, I'm still expecting more upside. So that's it. Having said that, you know, it is getting towards the top of the chart here. So maybe it is going to reject at somewhere like, I don't know, 109,700 maybe. So maybe with that BLOFIN. Oh, hang on. Right. Ding-a-ling-ling-ling. Moo. That's the best I can do. Right, 2:30. Okay. Right, I'm looking at the price here on the BLOFIN chart, and what's that doing? That's looking at the 1 hour time frame is a ridiculous thing to do. Let's go to the 1 minute. And the price is coming down. Okay. Don't come down, go up. Right. Haha, nice. Okay. Woohoo, that's how to announce it. Brilliant. So what's it doing? Nothing. Okay. I just don't know what to do with this trade. See, I got a realized profit of like -$9, and now it's $50 up. I'm so tempted just to sort of close this one and just start again somewhere. But, you know, the thing is, with Stonksy and everything, you know, the 1 hour's looking great, 5 minutes looking great. Although that is banging against the end there. 6 minute. Yeah, it's looking good to me. I'll tell you what I could do. I could look at the Mag 7. That's always good. So Tesla, I don't know what's going on with Tesla, to be honest. I know it's probably because Elon's starting off his American party sort of thing, so that's probably annoyed Trump and probably annoyed all of like Trump supporters as well. So presumably, you know, that's why the price of Tesla's down a little bit. Having said that, I bought a bunch the other day. I bought it slightly higher than what it is now, so I'm actually down a little bit, but I don't really mind because I think at the end of the day, Tesla's like a good company. It's not going to go under, but it is going to suffer from, you know, Elon and Donald falling out with each other, isn't it? There you go. So I thought I was looking at Bitcoin then, looking at Tesla, aren't I? So that's Tesla. Nvidia's been amazing, hasn't it? And also, I've heard of people talking about shorting Nvidia, and I was actually thinking, I'm not sure about that, because it's just looking super strong, and it's, there's nothing wrong with Nvidia. Nvidia's doing brilliant, so that's doing great. Meta, I've never had any Meta. I don't really like Zuckerberg. That's a stupid reason not to own a stock, isn't it? But that's doing good. It's all looking great, isn't it? Apple, there was some news about Apple yesterday. I can't think what it was. Probably says here, doesn't it? Morgan Stanley cut Apple's price target from 275 to 252. Okay. Oh, that was ages ago. Okay, so maybe there's nothing new there. So Apple's doing great. Microsoft, I know a lot of people were talking about Microsoft this morning, saying it's probably a good thing to have. Yeah, it's off to the races. Doing very well, these things, aren't they? Google's always a bit rubbish these days. Not so good. Amazon, I'm never quite sure what Amazon's doing. I've got a little bit of Amazon, which is in profit a little bit. Okay. And then I've got this bunch of like TradFi stocks here as well. So HIMS, I think HIMS was that one that Wiz was talking about. I can't remember now. I know RXRX definitely was, which has just been absolute monster. It's been great. And Boeing, obviously, does that mean some good news has happened about? Well, not good news, but right. So they've delivered 60 aircraft, secured 116 new orders. Okay. So, yeah, I think what they need is the actual case with the Air India thing sorting out, and find out what actually went wrong, and find out that it's not actually to do with the plane itself. That's probably what they need to get that boost back up to where they were. Okay. This is one I look at quite a lot. Eli Lilly as well. It's like a pharma company, but this one almost trades like a crypto as well. You typically get moves between days of 3 or 4%. So it's quite nice. So I've even got a section for Wiz's stuff here, Wizard of Alt. So I've got all these BBAI and stuff like that in there. This is the iron one he was talking about. This has just been doing great. Really good. Yeah, amazing. All right. So, right. Is there anybody else in a trade? Is anybody else in a trade and wondering what to do, or got any advice from me? I think the advice would have been I should have taken profit on that BLOFIN trade a few minutes ago, because now I'm underwater again, which is rubbish. Let's see if I can see anything on Stonksy that might give me a clue if I can do something with that. So for that, what I tend to do is go over to the Bitcoin chart here, put it on like something like a 1 minute time frame, and just see if I can get any clue about what's going on. Okay, so we've gone into this kind of like no trade, like no background thing here on the 1 minute. So that might be just the first half hour of sort of madness, really. We got any news? Okay, let's have a read of this. Let me just shut the window. This was from today. Oh, yeah, it just came out. Right, so as Ethereum has finally pushed above the critical 2,600 level after weeks of range-bound trading, marking a potential turning point in its price structure. This breakout for a possible expansion towards 2,800 resistance level, a zone that has repeatedly rejected upward attempts since early May. Okay, which is what we were saying earlier on, wasn't it? A zone that has been the coming days will be decisive in shaping Ethereum's short-term trajectory, especially if bulls manage to drive the price beyond this key barrier. A breakout above $2,800 would not only signal renewed strength in Ethereum, but could also catalyze a broader altcoin rally. Market sentiment is gradually shifting, with traders growing more optimistic amid easing macroeconomic pressures and signs of renewed risk appetite. Top analyst Ted Pillows, is that his real name? Ted Pillows. Ted Pillows recently shared an Ethereum chart showing a clear upward breakout from compression. This technical pattern typically precedes a strong directional moves, and in this case, it favors the bulls. Pillows suggests that Ethereum is taking the lead while Bitcoin remains in consolidation, indicating that Ethereum may be setting the pace for the next phase of the crypto cycle. All eyes are now on the 2,800 level, which could unlock significant upside if breached. Since early May, Ethereum has traded with a tight consolidation range between 2,400 and 2,700, unable to break out despite several attempts. This extended period of sideways action has built up pressure, and market participants widely expect the next move to be significant. Bulls have shown resilience, defending demand levels and keeping Ethereum above 2,500 for several weeks. However, a clear breakout above critical resistance is still needs to confirm a broader bullish trend. Okay, so 2,800 seems to be the thing we're looking for on Ethereum. I mean, maybe that's the thing. We should just be paying a lot of attention to Ethereum at the moment and seeing if that is going to change the whole landscape of crypto generally. But we're still down at 2,600, so we've still got a little way to go, but that would certainly be nice to get up there, wouldn't it? Anyway, looks like Bitcoin's gone back up from what I can see. Maybe not. Okay, but 109.404.418. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Let's try a bigger time frame. Right, so we're just in a bit of red there on Stonksy. So maybe if I get a green background like that, then I should probably maybe think about taking some of that off that trade with the BLOFIN one. You see, my whole problem with this one is just that the entry was rubbish, and I've generally found that if you've got a rubbish entry, it's best to just get out and then sit back and wait for an opportunity, rather than think that, oh, okay, the price will now go mad and it'll be fine. So yeah, it's a tricky one, really. Unlike the Bybit one, where this one I'm pretty happy with the way things are going. That's going well for Ethereum, well for Bitcoin. I am now wondering if that stop loss is a little bit too close to that, though. Maybe it is. Maybe I'll pull it back just a little bit. I want to give it a little bit of wiggle room, especially at this time of day, because it's 14:42 now, so we've still got 20 minutes or so to go before 3 o'clock, which is also a significant time as well. Let's just have a look at the comments. Right. Space Cat saying Nike. Or is it Nike or Nike? Or I think it's a certain way of pronouncing it, and I probably don't pronounce it correctly. I think it's probably Nike. Anyway, I'll have a look in a moment. VPN is short Moodeng as well. Okay, cool. I think Moodeng pumped a lot the other day, didn't it? So that's probably quite a cool thing to do. SMFC, the upper channel was tapped and we had a hearty purple histogram. I would have taken profit on your trade. Oh, okay. Let me have a look at that. So I didn't see that because I've turned the channels off, haven't I? So let's put them back on. And they are on the inputs, and it's down here, show channel. And by the way, I don't know if it's what Dean does, but I normally set those to 8 and 1 for the sensitivity and confirmation period. And would that be the 6 minute you're looking at? Sorry, I forgot to change tab again. The upper channel was tapped and we had a hearty purple histogram. I would have taken profit on your trade. Okay, so I'm just going to swap over to the, because with this with the oscillator, you've got a choice now of to show these kind of like red and green histogram things, or the purple ones. Let's just change to the purple ones. So that is the slope strength, I believe. Oh, you can show both. No, I'm not going to do that. So I think that's the one. Oh, I see. Oh, okay. Right. Yeah. Excuse me. Right. So SMFC is saying you can see my, I think you're on TradingView now. Pretty sure you are. So I guess you're meaning this, like tapping this bit here, this bit of the channel, or do you mean just going into the channel there? I suppose really this green candle going up here, hitting that green part of the channel there, that's probably quite a good thing. And then yeah, for sure these green, these purple histogram things here getting quite strong. Okay, yeah, I can see the point of that. How does that look on something like the 1 hour? Yeah, indeed. That was just, yeah. Okay. So yeah, this is probably what I should have been looking out for, wasn't it? Like on the 1 hour, looking for that wick going up there and touching that channel there. Yeah. Okay. Let me just get the next. So BPN is still short BTC. Okay, good. Space Cat, I'm in a trade on ETH. I enter at 2509. I'm thinking about TP at 2788. Yeah, I think up towards that 2800 level. I think that's a pretty good, level. Crypto Coding Fitness long from 108. Oh, nice, brilliant. This 1 hour candle looks looking bearish. Okay, so you planning on taking profit or something? Hopefully bulls step up and push through resistance last 20 minutes. We'll see. Nikki, like you said, Nike. I still don't know, but obviously coding crypto fitness would probably know everything to do with sports brands. Oh, there you go. Nike. Oh, I think that's what I've always said, actually. Nike. But I thought it might be one of those things like Hyundai, which isn't pronounced like that. It's Hyundai, isn't it? It's like it's not Hyundai. Right, I think that's sorted now. Right, okay. So on the hourly, there's a very dark purple one. The hourly also popped its head above the channel. It looks the same on the 6 minute too, with more candles. Haha. Okay, I think that's what I was looking at, wasn't it? So yeah, the 1 hourly, right? So what you're talking about is that wick going up there, and then having that strong purple histogram candle there. Okay, got you. All right, so that's where I should have taken profit. Okay. No big deal, because I'm pretty much at break even. So I think once the stream's gone, once the stream's finished and I can concentrate properly, I'll sort it out. I think I'll get another opportunity to come out. But yeah, this is all looking pretty good, I would say. So is the 1 hourly candle looking bearish? I wouldn't say so, actually, myself. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've had 5 hourly candles being green in a row. This candle's got 10 minutes before close, so I think that one's probably going to end up green, I would say. I mean, generally, everything's pretty green, isn't it? Let me get up the liquidation heat map thing, like what Dave does. Right, I think this is the kind of thing he looks at. So, ooh, what have I done there? So let's look at this on the 12-hour. I mean, to me, this always looks the same every day, pretty much. You know, they've always got, like, you know, liquidity above and below. So, you know, above that is at 11, well, 110,000, 110,500. And then down here, 108. Actually, that isn't quite as low as I thought it would be. I mean, there's more here, 108, 300. So yeah, looks like to me like there's, you know, more achievable liquidity to grab up here. So maybe that kind of like 110 sort of value is the thing we're looking at. So there is that. Can I look at ETH with this? I think I can, can't I? Yeah, so, oh, that's interesting. So with Ethereum, you've only really got that level there, 26,886. That doesn't sound very high to me, you know, because I really want the price to go much higher. What happens if we go out to, say, like 48 hours? Or even more, maybe. Thing is that Ethereum's just been like, it's been so dreadful for so long, hasn't it? Yeah, I don't think that's really helps at all with Ethereum, does it? Yeah. Yeah, let's go back to TradingView. Much more fun. See, I don't really like those liquidation heat map things, because to me all they are is oh bloody hell, what's happened there? Because all they are is like just, you know, orders on the order book, aren't they? They aren't necessarily like, you know, trades that are actually happening, you know. So it's quite feasible that there's going to be like millions of like orders for like Bitcoin down at like 10.5 grand, but that's not going to move the price, because they're just orders just sitting there, you know. But I suppose in the ones that are very, very near, I suppose it's good to know they are there and they could be filled. Yeah, I suppose I can see the advantage there. All right, let's have a look. Let's have a look what's going on. Right. Space Cat, I'm so confused. Isn't channels just Bollinger Bands? I don't think they are. I think they're it's more like a Keltner channel, but SMFC saying Space Cat, they are not Bollinger Bands. Okay, so we know for sure that they are not Bollinger Bands. Stephen in the UK saying GMX may have suffered a $40 million exploit approximately 40 minutes ago. Investigations are currently ongoing. Okay, things like that are never good, are they? Never good for the market, just generally. Coding Crypto Fitness, I think you should start cutting this long or wait and see how the next hourly starts forming. I'm actually going to give it my full attention once I finish the stream, to be honest, actually. But yeah, thanks for the advice. Not financial advice, I know. As is none of this, by the way. It's just like, especially from me, because I'm just like rambling away. Hope it's just entertainment. That hourly now, lol. Okay, I'll check that out any second now. 10-minute battle of the Bulls and Bears. Okay. So how is this hourly going to end? Well, that is actually turned into whatever one of those candles is. What are they called? They're called that's not a doge, is it? Because it's got a big wick at the top. That is a weird looking candle, that is. Okay, go on, get bigger. Let's look at the 30-minute. Okay. Right, that's not looking so good. Yeah. Okay, I think I should probably think very much about. I don't really think we're going to pull back that much, to be honest. I think it's just the first half hour of like, general madness. I think really, I'm not going to worry really until this oscillator gets up to the top there. I think until when it gets to there, I might think about closing trades, taking profit, that kind of thing. I don't think I'm going to go short just yet. I'm still overall feeling very long. So there is that. Okay. Right, I'm just going to remind you of a few things. I'm not sure how much I can put in a comment, actually. Let me go. SMFC, a bad candle. Yeah, it is a bad candle. Yeah, it's not the sort of candle you want to see, is it? It was looking so good, and then it's not. Is it a hangman or something like that? Yeah, it's something like that, isn't it? I know, and it's got like a solid bottom, and then the wick at the top. That's a inverse hammer, isn't it? It's not quite that. It's like I don't know. Maybe that's what we should do. Actually, we should do one of these shows where we go through different candlestick patterns and talk about them and find some examples and see if they play out. And so I think that's quite a good thing. It's good to know. It's good to know a few candlestick patterns and what the probabilities of things happening are. It's weird actually because a little while ago when I had that coder friend, an old school friend, and we were talking about charts and stuff, and he knows nothing about trading or anything like that. And he looked at a candlestick chart and he said, like, why on earth would anybody use that? Why don't you just have a normal chart with a line? And it was really interesting to actually tell him that there's a lot of like, you can read a lot into the candles, like bullish engulfing and hammer candles and all this kind of stuff. And I don't think he still believed me actually, but he just says, well, that's it's not proper data. You can't see anything by looking at a 1 hour period, and you can't you? I mean, we've proved that you can. Anyway, so coding crypto fitness. I don't know the names. Okay, shooting star. Yeah, it might be. Sometimes they do play out. I remember watching a documentary on a guy who only trades candlesticks. Yeah, well, everyone's got their own kind of thing they do, haven't they? Let me see if I can put this in as one big comment. this is in particular for people who oh, hang on, did that work? Oh, that came out as a bit of a mess actually, but all the links you need. Yeah, that's a mess. Right, let's do this one by one. All right, let's get rid of that. Right, so if you want to sign up to Stonksy, and you should, you can get 20% off your first month with this link here. Okay, so there's that one, and if you want to trade on BLOFIN, which is what you've seen me doing, and you'll see me doing this a lot more, you can use that link there. That will entitle you to use the Stonksy bot. Also, that gets you cheaper trading fees. And this isn't official, but I believe at the moment you're supposed to get like VIP1 type trading fees for the first month. But BLOFIN don't know how to turn it off. So at the moment, if you sign up to BLOFIN using that link, you should get VIP1 trading fees forever, or at least until they work out how to turn it off. So that's not an official perk, but I believe that is the case actually. If you want to trade, or if you can trade on Bybit, use this link here, and you can also trade stocks now. I think you can trade. I've never tried this, and maybe I should do that in one of the shows. See if I can work out how to trade traditional stocks with Bybit, but apparently you can. So that might be worth looking at as well. And I'm sure there's something else worth looking at. What else is that? Stonksy itself, yeah. If you've got Stonksy, by the way, there is an affiliate plan. So if you can drive people to your link, to use your link to sign up for Stonksy, you get paid for that as well. So in theory, if you get, I don't know, if you get like about 10 people using Stonksy who are like your friends, that means you're getting Stonksy for nothing, which is pretty cool, isn't it? If you want to join Crypto Saving Expert, you can use this link here. This one gets you 80% off Crypto Saving Expert, which makes it stupidly cheap. And then you get access to people like Block Pro and other people who are just far cleverer than me. So that's pretty cool. What else we got? And finally, if you want to know more about stuff I do, there's my YouTube channel here as well. But I'm going to be back tomorrow with more of this kind of stuff. And if anyone's got any suggestions for stuff they'd like me to do, then just please do let me know. What you want me to do. And I think I covered everything that everyone mentioned, but if I didn't, then I'm sorry. And come back tomorrow and ask me again, and I will make sure I do it. Just have a quick look through the comments before I go. Cody Crypto Fitness. I wonder if you took a screenshot and put in AI with this candlestick pattern, if it would give you the answer. That sounds like a good topic for a video. That does. Okay, and there's my links there. Space Cat said that actually works. I do it all the time. Oh, brilliant. I mean, Space Cat's cool because he's like Portuguese, so he has like lots of sort of ways of getting around things if they're in English and stuff, to sort of help him understand stuff. So that's cool. SMFC, the question would be, can you hook it up to live check charts? Okay. The question would be, can you hook it up to... Okay. Oh, we'll see what the candlestick thing. Oh, that's an interesting idea. Yeah. I suppose what you could do, though, you could use one of them indicators that detects candle patterns and then use that to create alerts and then somehow use that with the bot or something like that. You could probably do that, couldn't you, Dean? Yeah. So it works. That is awesome. Lol. Okay, brilliant. Right, I'm going to say goodbye because I think I've done my time. I've done I've done my 2 hours. So I'll play a little bit and say goodbye. See you tomorrow. All right. Have a great day, everyone. Trade safely. Do use the links in the description down below. Do click like on the way out. And above all, tell your friends. See ya.